kinds of people. There needs to be a bridge between the two communities, and CARES really worked with bridging the community so we could get a bridge, and that there could be education, there could be information, there could be services shared without any problems. And because of CARES, they are meeting that. Well, I have to tell you, I was pulled into being the difference in association with Rick Cole and the Capital Christian Center. And what I would like to tell you about that is I think it had, you know, the way I look at it, it had a little bit of a bumpy start that got us together. And it was one of those interesting things where the differences actually worked to bring us together. And what brought us together was the very challenge that the two communities have. And here's my experience in the last couple of years with really identifying Rick Cole and the Capital Christian Center as being pivotal with really embracing the whole concept of arguing difference. You know, in that time, the Capital Christian Center, Rick, the pastors there have reached out and actively said, we need to learn about this. We really want to find out, how can we help? How can we be different? And some of the things that I've experienced with them in the last couple of years have been first, telling Rick, you know, well, if you would really like to continue to be the difference and learn more, come to the rally at the Capitol, where a number of people are going to be there because they're really worried about ADAP funding. And I have to say, there we were in front of the Capitol with a lot of leaders in the community like Michael Martinez and, you know, everybody at the Capitol really fighting to keep ADAP preserved. And here comes Rick Cole and his family and people from Capital Christian Center to be at that rally, not only to support that funding wouldn't go away, but to talk with folks and to really say this is something that I want to know more about, and I want to know more about people who are affected in our community by HIV. And they really went out in the community to work on that. The next thing that I had the opportunity to really, I guess, see and hear them do was the AIDS Walk. You know, we have the AIDS Walk, the AIDS Run, and there's Capital Christian Center. They were there kind of front and center. We had a number of booths that had to be staffed, and some of them didn't have the staff they needed, and these kids, I think, I don't know, maybe young 20s, late teens, I don't know, to me, you know, they were kids, jump into the booth, and they're helping, and they're really there saying, this is something we're committed to, this is something we want to make sure gets done in the community. And so on, many other things have gone. It's progressed to Rick and I working together on some things to really understand how can we communicate more, how can we really be effective with helping not only bridge between the Christian community and CARES and the gay community and anybody who might be affected by HIV, but how can I help you make that information hearable? Because I'll be the first one to admit, and we'll talk with Janet, there's a lot of this material we really do want to make sure that it's hearable by all communities. And to really work with us, to educate us in that way, and building that bridge both ways has been effective. I can tell you that at Rick's home, he invited a number of us. I got a group of people together, some physicians that I work with, and we did the Laramie Project. You know, we did the academic piece of it. We went through the questions, just like it would be proposed to do, to learn, to build understanding about diversity, and they've really gone out on a limb. At this point, I have to say, the folks at Capital Christian Center want to learn about viral load. You know, they do a lot of work in Africa, and as they've been learning and as they've been growing in terms of their own information and wanting to help, and us, you know, learning from them, how can we help in that community? You know, it's just so impressive that, you know, we just want to really thank the Capital Christian Center and Rick Cole, and tonight they are the recipients of our community organizations